Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. The U.S. Senate has voted overwhelmingly to advance a $901 billion bill setting policy for the Pentagon, sending the massive piece of legislation to the White House, which has said President Donald Trump will sign it into law. The 2026 National Defense Authorization Act authorizes a record $901 billion in annual military spending, with a 4% pay raise for the troops. It also authorizes reforms to the system for acquiring military equipment and includes efforts to boost competitiveness with US arch rivals China and Russia. In a break with Trump, this year's NDAA includes several provisions to boost security in Europe. The United States has also approved $11.1 billion in arms sales to Taiwan, the largest ever US weapons package for the island, which is under increasing military pressure from China. The proposed arms sale covers 8 items, including HIMARS rocket systems, howitzers, Javelin anti-tank missiles, Altius loitering munition drones, and parts for other equipment. Taiwan's defense ministry said the United States continues to assist Taiwan in maintaining sufficient self-defense capabilities and in rapidly building strong deterrent power and leveraging asymmetric warfare advantages, which form the foundation for maintaining regional peace and stability. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said that there have been some calls in the West to prepare for a major war with Russia, and he described this as hysteria and a lie. He also said that if Ukraine and the West abandon peace talks, then Russia will take the lands it claims in Ukraine by military means. Separately, Putin said Russia would achieve its objectives in Ukraine either through diplomacy or by military force, vowing to expand what he called a security buffer zone. He said Moscow preferred negotiations, but would press ahead on the battlefield if talks failed, as international efforts continue to push for a peace deal. On the other hand, Italy's Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni, says Russia is making unreasonable demands in US-brokered peace efforts with Ukraine. She reaffirmed Italy's support for Kyiv, but warned that using frozen Russian assets to fund Ukraine remains legally complex and must rest on a solid legal basis. Denmark has unveiled its new NASAMS air defense system at Skelstrup Air Base, showcasing how the launcher is moved and loaded. Chief of Staff General Michael Hildgaard said this marks the start of broader investments to boost the country's defensive capabilities amid growing security challenges. China's UN envoy Fu Kong has said that implementing a two-state solution and establishing an independent Palestinian state is the only viable path to peace. At a meeting of the UN Security Council, he urged Israel to fully implement the Gaza ceasefire, allow humanitarian access, and avoid actions that escalate tensions, warning that prospects for lasting peace remain fragile. Authorities in India's capital, New Delhi, have rolled out strict measures in an attempt to curb pollution, including a ban on vehicles not compliant with latest emission control norms and regulating attendance in private and government offices. The Air Quality Index in the Delhi region has been in the severe category for the past few days, often crossing the 450 mark. In addition, shallow fog in parts of the city worsened visibility that affected flights and trains. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.